time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Brandon Graham able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Black 80!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He juked it. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here we go. Wait, 80. I got you. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Go ahead.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Garoppolo. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Single receiver. By 20. By 20. Hey, go. Hey, check.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Morris. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Wallace, 92 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. San Francisco's offense back onto the field. We'll take a moment to acknowledge the passing of Dwight Clark, one of the great ones back in June, and the Niners announced that this year they're going to wear a number 87 logo on their helmets. A fitting tribute. A
fitting tribute indeed. One of the all-time greats for the San Francisco 49ers. And I often think how they saw him and got him on the team. And it was very simply this. Former coach Bill Walsh went to work out a quarterback named Steve Fuller at Clemson, and he needed someone to catch the ball. And they got Dwight Clark off the golf course to catch the football for him. And Coach Walsh walked away thinking, I might have something with this wide receiver. And the rest is history. And, of course, he had the catch, and they're going to put a statue of that outside the stadium before their October 21st game. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down? Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Watch 28. By 20.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Wait.
Garoppolo now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Derek Barnett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
12.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So they get a break there as the penalty moves them to the 5 for another 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Well, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Back onto the field comes Philly's offense. You know, Charles, the Eagles, they've kind of gone from having one of the most enviable quarterback positions in the league to a couple question marks here because you got Carson Wentz still recovering from the knee injury. Nick Foles with a shoulder injury now.
And the thing that they've got going for them, even though it's a little bit unsettled right now, is that it's not as bad as maybe it appears. Carson Wentz has now been cleared for 11 on 11 work. They're hoping contact will come sooner rather than later. The injury to Nick Foles, believed to be serious at first, Not so serious now. They think that he'll be ready for the opener. And Nate Sudfeld, their number 3 quarterback, after 2 weeks of the NFL preseason schedule, leads the league in passing. So maybe it's not quite as bad as maybe people thought.
Now Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Let's go. Great.
They go play action here on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Great 15.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Ajayi. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Let's go. Great.
They fake the give. Now Wentz out to his left. And Jeffrey's got it. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while. And at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77. So not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Here's Wentz to throw. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Ajayi. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. from midfield. Here's Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's second down. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
Well, we progressed through the preseason, so let's prognosticate about the regular season. NFC.
Can we overanalyze?
Yeah, I want to overanalyze, too. NFC, the 4 divisions, who do you have winning them?
Let's start in the East. The Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, got better in the offseason. I think they win their division again, although Dallas will make a strong run at them.
Okay. And the South, you were saying you like Atlanta.
Yeah, I do like Atlanta to get back to the top. Tough division. 3 teams in the playoffs last year. Atlanta, New Orleans, which won the division, and Carolina.
Going west, who do you have out there?
The Rams. They took over for the Seahawks last year. I expect them to stay on the top of the heap. But let's face it, a lot of excitement in San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo.
And in the North, can Green Bay overtake Minnesota?
They can, but I don't think that they will. I think the Vikings defense carries them home. Kirk Cousins, their new quarterback. The Packers will challenge in a big way, but keep an eye on Detroit as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. 180.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Airing it deep for Garcon. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's good one. And he gets it down to the 32. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
11. 21. Here we go. 21.
They run it with McKinnon. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Play 20.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Garoppolo now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jarek McKinnon, a 20-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He finds Ajayi, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Let's go.
Now a play fake. Wentz. They've got his his man, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners, who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here we go. I got you.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 48 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
21. Here we go. Go ahead. Get set.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position. And obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
On 3rd down, that's Morris. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
He's got a man complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wentz will try again on second down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
Wentz now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. One final try now for Wentz. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.